Dude, I just made this from freaking plastic, bro.
Mates, you see this device behind me? It turns plastic into gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel. Made over half a gallon of plastic diesel. Diesel I made from plastic waste. This is my plastic to fuel reactor. Now I've recently gotten my unique design patent pending, and I am in extravagant mental health. What's up? I just finished running my plastic to fuel reactor behind me here. Let's see some of the fuel I got out, yeah? Look at that. That's from plastic. This is real gasoline. This is plastiline. Gasoline I made from plastic waste. Plastiline, gasoline made from plastic. Oh yeah, baby! I'm going to be running this engine here off of plastic diesel. Back to the future is now! This is my microwave pyrolysis reactor. With it, I can turn all trash into fuel.
Inventor from Metro Atlanta says that he has a way to turn waste into fuel. He just needs help getting his invention off the ground.
This is pretty cool. 21-year-old Julian Brown has gone viral on Instagram for his invention that turns old plastics into fuels like gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel. He calls it plastiline. He started this journey when he was a teen.
Yeah, Brown is looking to raise $1 million on GoFundMe for a warehouse and to build an industrial-sized prototype. He's got a long way to go. So far, he's raised about $7,000, but it sounds like he really is
on his
something.
way. Yeah, he's on his way for sure.
Pretty
What
cool.
a great creation there.
No doubt.
All right, Joanne.
Did you know Tesla, man? Here, I have plastic diesel. A diesel alternative I made from plastic waste. And what we have beside me here, we have two Ford 1997 F-250 Power Stroke 7.3s. And we're gonna put my plastic diesel alternative made from plastic waste inside of the first ever F-250 to run off of plastic waste in Chicago, baby. And we're gonna do a side-by-side comparison to see how real diesel does versus my diesel inside of this truck. So Tony, let's go ahead and get this diesel in here. Shot myself.
I got it.
Tell us what he's doing.
All right. Plastic diesel is inside of the pail, and we're gonna hook up the fuel hose to it.
He ran the diesel or the truck out of diesel.
Yes,
correct?
it's out of diesel. It's gonna take a minute to start.
All right, everybody, make our way back to the front. If you want to support my mission to take sunlight and turn sunlight into fuel made from plastic waste, you can go to my GoFundMe here. We're looking to raise $16,000 to get all the solar equipment I need. All right, is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Hey, look, I gotta ask. Do you guys think it's gonna run?
Yeah. We know it's gonna run.
All right, Tony, hit it.
You gotta give him the system first.
Yeah. Give it a minute.
You gotta give him the engine to do the engine.
Let's do it.
History right here, the first ever Ford F-250 to run off of plastic waste right here in Chicago, Illinois, baby. Right here. We're gonna see the comparison on how the engines sound, how they rev. This
Doesn't sound strong.
to get the next man way, plastic into fuel reactor. Right now, we just got the engine started. Oh my goodness! Everybody always wants to ask me, how much per gallon does it take to take plastic waste and turn it into a gallon of my Plastiline, a gasoline alternative made from plastic waste? Well, let me tell you what it's going to be. $0 per gallon. How? Because starting next month, I'm going to begin the journey of running this complete machine completely off of solar. I will take the sunlight and harness the rays of the sun at a cost of $0 per kilowatt to operate the world's first ever handmade continuous microwave pyrolysis reactor to convert plastic waste. Take that plastic waste out the ocean, out the landfills, out the waste stream, and turn it into fuel. And this becomes the oils or the... Look at that. Gorgeous. So I got a little bit of Plastiline. Plastiline! Gasoline alternative that I made 100% from plastic waste. And what we have here is a beautiful vintage truck. And today, the 6th of April 2025, I'm about to put Plastiline inside of a truck and run it for the first time in history. So, are we all ready? Yeah! Let's do it! Yeah. Plastic in the fuel. Yeah. So, I'm going to be pouring the Plastiline in right here. And right here, we have a hose that goes right to the fuel pump. So I'm going to pour the Plastiline in this can, and when the engine is cranked, it's going to pull the Plastiline directly into the engine. So this will be running off of 100% pure Plastiline. So I'm going to pour it in, and then everybody will be able to come and see what it looks like inside of the tank. So. Yeah, make sure you guys get that pour action there. All right. And just for history's sake, I kind of want, a few of you guys to come up and see and confirm that there is stuff in the can. For history's sake, for the video's sake, nobody's going to say we didn't do it.
It's very yellow.
If you want to know what it smells like too, hey, and for the record, just off of the smell, can you guys, is it gasoline in there?
Yes.
Well, it's flat. You guys are supposed to say no. You're supposed to say it's Plastiline. Does it smell different from gasoline?
Yeah, it's way different.
Yes, yeah, it's different. So this is not gasoline that we just put in here. This is Plastiline. Together, thank you all for making this possible, coming out for all your support. And we're about to make history right now. You ready, Bobby? Let's do it. Plastic in the fuel. Come on, baby. Get that shot. Get the shot that it's going in. Get that shot. Everybody, last Saturday about 3 days ago, I ran this chainsaw 100% off of Plastiline, gasoline alternative made from plastic waste. We took the spark plug out, we looked, no residue, but was it a fluke? Will it start up again after it's been sitting in the engine for a few days now? Now this has been Plastiline that was mixed with 2-stroke oil, but let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and choke it. Choked. You can see that we do have the Plastiline in the fuel bulb here, and let's go ahead and get it started, if it will, right? It works great. It works just like I have the real thing in there. Here are my 2 different fractions of fuel that I make from plastic waste. Plastiline, Plastadiesel. Plastiline is my gasoline alternative. We've put it in gasoline engines, most recently a gasoline truck. It acted as though it had an octane of over 100, and this is Plastadiesel. We've put it in diesel engines, small and large. We're going to be putting it into a diesel Ford F-250 in Chicago on Tuesday of next week. Make sure you go to naturejab.com/meet to RSVP. But nonetheless, I'm going to be sending both of these samples. These are from Mixed Plastic. I'll be sending a sample to 2 different independent fuel test labs. One in Washington State and one in Texas. And they both will analyze both fuels and let us know their properties, what they're composed of, how they will work. The analysis will be sent out, and like I said, this is of mixed plastic waste, and I decided that's probably the best way to do it, because let's be real, right? If we want to truly tackle plastic waste, we have to do mixed plastic waste, because there's no world in the whole world where you're going to have a single type of plastic every time you want to get it from the waste stream, right? You're going to have contaminated plastic, you're going to have mixed plastic, you're going to have plastic mixed with other things like paper. So this is the real life example of what genuine plastic to fuel recycling looks like, and we're going to see what genuine plastic to fuel recycling oils and fuels will look like under proper analysis. Now, these are professional level fuel labs. They don't play around. They literally do fuel analysis for the biggest petroleum companies you know. So they're going to keep it real. So we're going to see. And of course, the results will be shared publicly. So I don't know when they're going to get back to me, but these will be sent out within the next week. And look forward to it, guys. So today, guys, we're running this Durant off of Plastiline. Fuel made from plastic waste. All right, that should do, right? Mm-hmm. All right. Second. Let me get that shot. What do you even call it? Is that the fuel bowl?
It's the vacuum fuel canister.
Yeah, guys, we put Plastiline inside of this 1928 Durant. And right now, we just got the engine started. We just got the engine started off of Plastiline, gasoline alternative made from plastic waste. Nature Jab and Dr. Parkenstein.
It would have ran a lot better, but the carburetor line, or the choke line that goes from the carburetor to the choke came loose. So we were going basically with full choke. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of fuel right there. Oh, even more. Woo! Did we make a gallon? Oh my goodness. It just keeps going.
So we have a very large random mixed plastic run here. Look, I literally have trash bags full of plastic in this thing. You know, lab waste, gloves, everything. And this is not a scientific run. I don't know. I did not measure this, the weights. This is meant to see how big of loads can this reactor handle in its mouth. I even put some wet plastic in there with water content. Just drip, 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 drip. Nobody loves sight glasses more than me. I love sight glasses. This is what I tell you guys. The machine is more efficient with more plastic in there. We made a gallon for the same amount of energy that it takes to make half a gallon if the machine is not full of plastic. Look at this. Goodness gracious.